So I don't listen to Stephen A. Smith too often. I'm not really a big sports fan, but he did a video on his radio show. It's pretty good. Little video he did talking about Tucker Carlson and his documentary or whatever on the January 6th protesters, basically portraying them as peaceful and looking at people who were peaceful. Well, there's plenty of people talking about the good Nazis. Hitler was a vegetarian. Hitler had laws on animals couldn't be abused. Hitler had I guess they had gun prohibition or something, and they had gun laws, and the Nazis had like they didn't want anybody to smoke, and the Nazis had some kind of a program. They basically had like bio oil or biofuel, like it sounds simpler than it was, but basically they could run the fuel without oil. Without the oil we get out the ground. People plenty of that out there. But at the end of the day, they were still Nazis. And they still engaged in one of the worst man-made disasters in human history. And they engaged in a campaign of genocide and crimes against humanity. What Stephen A. Smith went on to go into is that, Tucker Carlson wants to downplay what's happened because if you go into it too deep, you point to the left. And he went and talking about Ashley Babbitt, and he went and talking about some other things. And it hit me because when you look at what happened with Nancy Pelosi's house, a man ran in there and tried to kill her. She wasn't home, and he beat her husband. And all the people were out here talking about how it was a gay thing. And I talked about it here before that even if that was a gay thing, that doesn't make it right for the guy to beat. Which I said then it doesn't make sense. Rich white people don't bring gay. You don't bring hookers home. Like rich guys, and they get coke and they get blow and they get hookers. You don't bring them home. Nobody does that. It's not. You wouldn't be married that long if you done that. Come on, man. But the point isn't the point. The point is if the video of him breaking into the house and subsequent video of them fighting over the sledgehammer in front of the police, and then the guy knocking him down and beating him in front of the police and the sledgehammer, if that wasn't enough to show you how serious these people really are, and it didn't make you jump a little bit to see that, I'm not sure you're in my universe. Tucker Carlson is on the team that wants to whitewash January 6th, the events took place, as well as just white supremacy in general. We saw that with Buffalo, saying that the guy was killing strangers. We know he drove 200 miles across the state. He scouted out the area before, and he went there to kill blacks, and he wrote racist slogans on his rifle, and he live streamed it. I said it before, you're telling me that's the only place he went past in 200 miles to do a mass shooting. He had to go to an all-black neighborhood in Buffalo. Come on, man. If he crazy, why'd he go all the way? Why'd he drive 200 miles with a rifle? See, all that is planning, and it shows intent. I think the point I'm trying to make is this. I think the point I'm trying to make is this. When it comes to January the 6th, it showed you the way people are in this country. They can't get what they want. If they can't get what they want, they'll use violence. And they're at the point now that they're willing to break their own rules and their own codes of conduct, their own morality to get the kind of society that they want. That's where we are right now. And to see that in the aftermath of January the 6th and the hanging nooses and talking about hanging Mike Pence and other crazy stuff, and that they wanted to get to Nancy Pelosi, and that one of them actually did down the road actually get to her house and beat her husband almost to death, if you can't comprehend how these things connect and correlate, you might need to get your head checked. Because that's the way these things work. They don't get you the first time. They get you second time and the third time or the fifth time. But if they want you bad enough, they'll get you. That's how cults, that's how organized gangs, organized crime, that's how these groups exist. Sometimes when they go out to get people, they fail. Sometimes people aren't home. Sometimes people step out before they get there. It happens. But if they want to get you, they'll get you. You have to stop looking at organized crime, white supremacy, as crimes. These aren't crimes. These are racially motivated tasks that are taking place to envisage, to carry forward an evil mind, a racist mind. That's how you have to see these videos. But I understand Tucker Carlson, when he did the Buffalo video, and he talked about how black people, it's our fault that this happened. And if we didn't talk so much about racism, then he wouldn't have attacked black. I understood then what that was. That's what conservatives do. That, as you get hurt and when you're at your lowest, they attack you and make you feel like it's all your fault. The whole situation is your fault. And that nobody should help you. Even when it's of you don't fault of your own. Tucker Carlson's a piece of trash. Straightforward. He's a piece of trash, and his whole narrative is sort of vile. It's sort of putrid, and it's vile. And to see the Capitol Police Chief, Police Chief speak out, to see other Republicans speak out, doesn't mean anything, because these are terrorists. These are the folks watching these programs don't care about that because they don't care about legitimacy anymore. That's stuff that would have mattered 30 years ago. They're talking to people old. The people who watch these programs don't care. And they're in an echo chamber. And for many of them, maybe too late. Thanks for listening.